Hello, welcome. Today I'll be using the Byredo Mineralscapes palette. I'm wiping off the mirrored packaging, but this is what it looks like. Mineralscapes palette, and that's the inside. I have worn this palette many times, and as always at the end of this video I will include some of the looks that I've worn. I purchased mine from Selfridges, and when I received it and saw it in person, I was really drawn to the green shades, these two shades. There was this color as well, but I wasn't sure what look I would create using it, but I was drawn to it too. But the green, these two greens, I was initially drawn to. Then was drawn to these purpley, pewter, gray taupey shades. There's 5 here as well. The first look I ever wore was with these 2 green shades. And then one of my favorite looks is this shade here. This is a really hyper shine shadow with multicolor shimmers running through it. The look I created, it looked like an oil slick with when my oily lids, everything melded in. I just love how it turned out. I didn't think it would turn out like that, but I really was satisfied with and impressed with the outcome of that look. I have multiple favorite looks with this palette, but one of them was I used this shade as a all over one and done eye color, and then applied Victoria Beckham satin cajal liner in Seafoam. Beautiful. Enjoyed that look. Another look that I really enjoyed was a combination of these 6 shades here. Really enjoyed that look. I haven't been really into bold, smoky eye looks, so these 2 shades here I wore a lot as a liner or lightly on the outer corner. Incorporated it with other shades or other shadows from this palette, but this one I haven't done it yet, and when I do I'll attach it to this video. I want to use this as a one and done smoky eye look, just for fun. Try it, but it's been living in my head, that look, for a while, but just haven't had time to do so or to wear it. I have used shades from this palette multiple times, except for one. I've only swatched it but haven't used it. I just dug my finger in this one right here, but this is the shade I have not used yet in an eye look. There was another look I created using this shade on the outer corner, liner outer corner area, and then a little bit of this part of my lid, and then mixed both of these shades for the rest of my lids. But I'm thinking these 2 shades for this eye look for today. I have not used this one on its own all over my lids, and that's what I'm thinking, and then use this one inner corner or place in the middle of my eyelids. But that's my thought process right now. We shall see when we get into the eye look. Before I get started on the eye look, I'll let you know what I have already on my face in no particular order. I currently have the Dior Lip Glow in Coral on my lips. I'm not sure if it will be the final lip shade I'll wear, but that's what I have so far. Of course, by Terry Hyaluronic Hydro Powder in Colorless. For my highlight, I have the Valentino Eye to Cheek blush and eyeshadow color in Copper Twilight as my highlighter. Blush, Gucci blush in Rosy Beige, lightly. Bronzer, I'm using this Uoma Beauty dual stick. This one is in Bronze Venus, and I just use this side. I laid it down, blended it out, then on top of it I lightly applied my Fenty bronzer in Coconutty, Auric Glow Lust underneath my eyes, and that shade is Goldstone. And then for my sunscreen, I used the Beauty of Joseon matte sun stick with Mogworth and Camellia. This is what it looks like, and it applies clear. I was attracted to it because it says matte, and I thought this would be also a good primer to use, especially going into summer. I've only used it a couple of times, but so far so good. Still trying it out. And then on top of it, I used my Denisa Exploring Balm Powder in Universal. Did my brows, just any eyeshadow that suits my brows I applied, and clear brow gel. That is it for the face, and we will get into the eye look. I've already primed my lids with the CoverGirl, where is it? CoverGirl Lid Lockup Primer. So I'm going to go into this shade here. And on top of that CoverGirl lid primer, I applied a little bit of that by Terry Hyaluronic Hydro Powder while I was powdering my face, just slightly on my lids. And I'm using this Sonia Cashapp brush. I'm going to go in with the Pat McGrath Intensifies Artistry Wand. Next, I will go into this shade. All the shades have names. It's on the back of the palette. The first one I used is Sun Dried, this one. And then the next one I'm going to use is River Mist, this one right here. And I'm using Spectrum and Kitty Jane Hughes brush number 16. And I'll put it all over my lid. Taking the same shade, lower lash line. I'm going to go into Sunbeam, the shade, with Unit 116. It's a Beautylish brush. I'm going to use my Sigma E25 brush. I'm just going to blend just the edge. Applying my Tarte Double Take eyeliner, liquid eyeliner. For my mascara, I'm going to go in first with the Queen Musia 2053 mascara. Then apply the Chanel Noir Allure mascara on top. I'm reapplying the Byredo powder on my T-zone. Other brushes that I use to complete this look, I use my Ulta angled brow brush, this one. And then for my base, of course, the other tool that I use, my fingers, the e.l.f. angled blush brush. I use that for my blush, bronzer, powder. And then for my highlighter, I use this EcoTools Control Setting brush. And this is it for this look. I really enjoyed this look. This particular green in this palette, it's a gray green with some sparkles in it, gold sparkles in it. These feel like traditional metallic smooth shimmers or shadows. But this green here, it's drier and it has a base but has a shimmer that runs through it. If I can capture it, let's see. It's drier, so I'm layering it. So see if I can kind of capture. So you see the base green gray shade, and then you can see it catches the light here, the reflection of all the gold shimmers in it compared to these two. But and you can see that in the look, or at least I can see it in person. This is probably my most used palette in the month of May. I did wear some other palettes here and there, but when I wasn't intentionally, I was focused on using more of my single eyeshadows. And when I wasn't using my single eyeshadows during this month of May, this was my most used palettes that I went for. And I've really enjoyed it. And I look forward to using more of it. I've been enjoying also layering different shades lightly, especially these deep tones, layering it with other lighter tones so it tones down that smoke or that edgy look that a deeper shade can give to a look. It hasn't been a look that I've been, or preference for looks, so whenever I wear those deep tones, the blues, the teal, I just lightly layer it with other lighter shades to give it that at the moment wearable preference look for me. hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. And while you're here, if you have not subscribed, I would love for you to consider subscribing. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.